For my project, I have decided to do the Humans of MSU project, reflecting on the lives of LGBTQ plus students here at MSU. And so far, I've interviewed 3 of my 4 students, Sarah, Parker, and Becca, who I knew all of them before I did this assignment. Sarah I was friends with in high school. Parker I met while I was in high school and was friends with Sarah. And then Becca is now Sarah's roommate. All 3 I knew were not heterosexual, but I was not clear on their sexuality necessarily. I never asked. I never really felt the need to ask necessarily. We kind of just went on with our lives. It was never brought up. They all determined they were not heterosexual at a fairly young age. Becca said as soon as she learned the difference between girls and boys, she knew that she was bisexual. Parker knew when he was about 11 or 12 that he was not heterosexual, and about a couple years later he learned that he was gay. Sarah learned about her freshman year when she met her current girlfriend Sarah, that she was not heterosexual and now identifies as pansexual. So I asked all of them about their daily lives here at MSU. All 3 are in James Madison, currently studying international and social relations. They say life here is pretty average. They don't really have a ton of issues here. They all they flock towards the gays, so they're friends with all the gay people. It's like they have their own community within our MSU community. They don't really get much backlash at all. It's a very accepting community, they say. Becca says sometimes in their field of social relations and policy, she called it double the rejection. So with law and everything going on currently in the world, she says it's a little bit harder to get places with internships and jobs. But she says, for the most part here at MSU, it's a very welcoming community. I also asked them why they chose MSU. Both Parker and Sarah said it was because they were in-state money. Becca's from Massachusetts. She said her main thing about it was safety. She wanted to be in a safe community. She knew MSU was safe. She did know Sarah prior, so she had that connection. Her other option was in Massachusetts, closer to home. They say there's not really. I asked about misconceptions of their sexuality, and Sarah said, there's not really any. She says sexuality changes based on who you date. So they say if you date a girl, you're going to be lesbian. If you date a guy, you'll be straight. And she said it's not really how it goes. It's kind of just in your mind. And Becca, being bisexual, says that people think bisexual people are very promiscuous because they're known to like both genders. And she said that's very untrue. Becca is a very shy person. She doesn't put herself out there much. She says she's had both boyfriends and girlfriends, but she sees it as 2 very different relationships, and she's just attracted to both genders. It's not like she doesn't like both genders at the same time. She's not necessarily going after both genders. It's just whoever she feels a connection with is who she is attracted to. That's about it so far. I have one more person to interview who's one of my best friends, Milan. She's also a freshman here at MSU. So are Becca, Sarah, and Parker. They're all freshmen here. So I'm excited to hear what she says. We don't really talk about her sexuality much. I mean, we know she has a girlfriend. Her girlfriend's around sometimes, but it's not really something we discuss just because we've all accepted it as friends. So I'm excited to hear what she's going to say, any misconceptions or issues she's had here at MSU. So I'm excited for the next video log.